So, I wanted to come on to say that a lot of times, us as parents, we are expected to be a certain way despite what life has to throw at us. We are expected to be great parents, we're expected to be great employees or employers, and a lot of times we are in this juggling act that may or may not be always in the balance that we would desire for it to be. So I wanted to come on and create this video to provide some type of guidance or some ideas, just to share some things that were beneficial to me to be able to put myself in a better mindset so that I can be a better mother, a better person that I desire to become. So I do have notes tonight, and I will be referring back to them. So if I look away, that's exactly what I'll be doing. So the first tip that I have, and these are in no particular order, but the first tip that I have is to remove toxic people. So that may look like completely not talking to those people or that person. It may look like limiting your time with that person, being able to understand that that person is bringing some negative vibes, being able to just put yourself in a position and knowing that is a really big step, and you will be able to look at any other negative person and be able to know, okay, I'm not going to further this relationship because I know what things and baggage you're going to come with. So removing negative or toxic people from your life, or at least limiting the amount of time that you spend with them, is my first tip. And the next one is being intentional about what it is that you listen to, the songs that you listen to, the shows that you're watching on TV, the people that you follow on social media, the books that you read, or the lack of reading. Being able to understand that you have to be intentional about those things is another great big step that is necessary to take so that you could be able to move towards being the person that you desire to be. All of those things have a great effect on who you are and the type of thoughts that you have, whether you realize it or not. If you're constantly watching TV shows that are negative and drama filled and fighting and people always cursing at one another, not having great communication skills, all of those traits, the things that entertain you trains your mind. So always remember that the things that entertain you train you. So keep that in mind when you're trying to pick out your next TV shows to watch. Okay, so just be intentional about what it is that you watch, you listen to, what you're hearing, what you're surrounding yourself with, who you're surrounding yourself with, because it makes a huge difference in who you are and who you will become. So another thing is you want to take control of your mind by being aware of your thoughts. And that is really important because a lot of times we're just thinking about things and our mind just continues to go and go and go. And if you're able to understand when your mind is starting to shift towards negativity, then you'll be able to nip it as fast as you possibly can so that you can be able to turn it into something positive. So just be able to take control of your mind. Don't just let your mind just wander and wander and wander until the point of depression or anxiety. You want to be able to take control of your mind, take control of your thoughts, because you're the only person that can. You're the only person that understands what's going on in your mind. So take control of it. Don't just let your mind just wander. The next thing that I have is when negative thoughts arise, right? So, and it's not if, right? It's not if negative thoughts arise, it's when they arise. Because there are always going to be different things that test your patience, test what some people say, test your gangster. And you really have to be able to understand that when those negative thoughts come, that do not reflect who you want to be, you have to be able to reject them immediately. The faster you can do it, the faster and better things will be for you as you're moving on in this journey to becoming a better person, a better parent, and just an all around great person, right? So that is another thing that I want to go ahead and say. So, next, the next thing that I have on here is the way that you um, combat those negative thoughts is to redirect those thoughts to instead visualize the person that you want to be. Who do you see in the mirror, and who do you want to see in the mirror? So you want to go ahead and redirect those thoughts. If those thoughts that are in your head do not reflect the kind of person that you desire to be, then you are definitely in the best set to be able to say, you know what, let me change my thoughts. And why am I thinking this, right? Why am I in this mood? Why am I having these thoughts right now? And the more that you're able to identify why those thoughts are there, the more you'll be able to combat them so that they're not coming up more and more and more. So think about that. Consider that. Think about who it is that you desire to be so that you can be able to focus on becoming that person. Because what you focus on grows, what you focus on magnifies. So focus on the person that you want to become as opposed to allowing those negative thoughts to roam and become more of a snowball effect, because that's what we want to avoid, right? So that's that step there. So here are a few things that you could do right now. You can limit the time that you have on social media, limit the time that you're watching TV, limit the time that you're listening to radio stations that have, gossip and things of that nature, any negative traits at all. You want to go ahead and limit those things. Take a look at who you're following on social media. As I mentioned before, are those people pouring into you? Are those people able to help you to become better? If they're not, just go ahead and unfollow. If it's on Facebook, you can mute them. Do whatever it is that you need to do to keep your peace so that you can be able to grow and become that person that you know that you can be. So the next thing is exercise. Exercise more. Take time to exercise more. Whether that's just 30 minutes a day, whatever it may be, exercise a little bit more. If you're already doing 30 minutes, let's do an hour. Let's make sure that we're incorporating a great diet with that. More importantly, what are you putting inside of your body? So earlier we talked about the shows that you're watching, the music that you're listening to, the people that you're speaking to. Also, those things that are going inside of your mind, you also want to pay close attention to the things that you're putting literally inside of your body, because those things, believe it or not, change your mood. Okay, that's just reality here. So exercise more, have a great diet, check those things to be able to see, am I eating enough fruits? Am I eating enough vegetables? Am I getting the vitamins that I need through my fruits and through my vegetable intake? Am I drinking enough water? That's a very important one. So a lot of people do not drink enough water. So drink more water right now. You can go drink some water right now. I'll wait. So the next thing is surround yourself with positive people. It's better for you to be by yourself than to be surrounded with people that are not conducive to your development. Okay? Let me repeat that in a different way. It's better for you to be alone than to not surround yourself with positive people. Okay? You want to work on yourself being alone so that you can be able to attract those positive people that you need in your circle if you do not have people around you that are positive. Because I talked with people that are just like, hey, I don't have anybody around me that are positive. What can I do? And things of that nature. And it's like, at this point in time, be alone, be by yourself, take care of you, do what it is that you need to do so that you can become that person that is going to attract those positive people. Okay, so we're just going to leave that right there. So the next thing that you want to do is focus on the good in everything. And I know sometimes when things happen that appear to be negative, we are so focused on those things and we don't see the bigger picture. There's always a silver lining in things, in every single thing. Every single thing. You just gotta find the good. Find the good. Find the good. Okay. I had some questions here that I want you to consider every day. All right, so here we go. Sorry, they were underneath the phone. So the first question that I want you to consider and ask yourself on a daily basis is, what can I be thankful for at this very moment? What can I be thankful for? What do I have to be grateful for at this very moment? What is it that you could be thankful for at this very moment? Is it because you woke up this morning? Is it because you're healthy? Is it because you can walk? Is it because you can use your hands to be able to feed yourself? Is it because you're able to have a vehicle or transportation to get your kids to and from school, to put yourself in a position of being able to do things on your own? There are so many things to be grateful for that a lot of times we take for granted. So this is the perfect time to take even the smallest of things and be thankful for them, because being able to do that is going to help lift your energy up so that you could be able to be more operate in your excellence, right? That's what we want to do. We want to operate in our own excellence by our own definition. Okay, I'm not talking about being perfect. I'm not talking about perfection. I'm not talking about that at all. I'm talking about just rising to your full potential. That's what we want to focus on. So the next question that I would like for you to just ponder on, meditate on: how can I show someone else kindness right now? How can I show someone else love right now? How can I help someone else in this very moment? What can I do? That might just be going under 10 accounts. 10 accounts or 10 people in your phone and texting them some type of a compliment. Hey, I just wanted to know how you were doing. Wishing you well. You are on my mind. Just want to let you know that you're an awesome person. I care about you. I am appreciative of your thoughts. I'm appreciative of what you did last week. I'm appreciative of you being in my life. I thank you for being you. Just those simple things, something so simple, just like that. A simple text not only helps you to feel better about yourself, but you never know what somebody else is going through. So I really like that one a lot. So hopefully you will do that right now so that you could be able to feel that vibration rise. Okay, so we all want to be on higher frequency, and these are some ways to be able to do it. The next question that I want you to ponder and meditate on is, how can I make this particular moment better? Anytime you're going through different things in life and maybe you feel overwhelmed, one thing I want you to do is consider that. How can I make this better? Even if it's some type of an argument maybe that you have been in with someone, what can I do to make this better? or what could I have done differently so that this would not have happened in the first place, so that you know for next time what not to do and things of what to do for something else that comes up like that. So that's a very important question as well. All these are very important questions. That's exactly why I'm sharing them with you. The next question that I have here is, what is one thing that I like about myself? I have kids go through this. I have a worksheet that I go through, and it's literally like all these different questions, and these are just a couple of questions out of those worksheets that I created. This is extremely important. I notice a lot of kids have a hard time naming, forget 5 things, they're having a hard time naming one thing that they like about themselves. And it starts as kids, you know. So as adults, a lot of times we have a struggle trying to figure out what we like about ourselves as well, because we're always trying to figure out how to be liked by someone else and how to, you know, be loved by someone else. And it's difficult for sometimes for people to love and like us because we don't love and like ourselves. So think about this. Think about it. What is it that you like about yourself? What is it that you love about yourself? What is it about you that you're just like, I just love this about me? I am so in love with this trait that I have. Thank you, Lord, for giving me this particular characteristic. Okay, so those are some things that you want to think about. What is one thing I like about myself? And the last question that I have for tonight is, how can I operate in excellence right now? Or am I operating in excellence right now? Those are some things that you want to think about in different situations. You know, when we're driving on the freeway and, you know, someone cuts us off and here we are screaming at the top of our lungs and flipping people off, and you have to think about it. Am I operating in my own definition of what I feel my excellent self should be? Is this the type of behavior that I see my future self being and doing and saying? So think about those questions because they're super important, and those questions will help you to be able to change any negative into positive. So focus in on those, meditate on those, and just always come back to this video as often as you need to get that reminder of, I want to become better. I want to become the person that I envision, because who you envision is who you will become if you follow through with the moments right now. Your moments that you're doing, the things that you're deciding and choosing to do today affects who you will become tomorrow and the next day and the day after that, okay? So, just think of these things as often as needed to help you to become the person and the parent that you desire to be. And that is all that I have for this evening. I'm wishing you all love. I'm wishing you kindness. Remember to be kind to yourself. Have grace for yourself through this journey. You're not always going to get it right. And guess what? It's okay. It is okay. Just the simple fact that you're trying is something to be celebrated. So yes, celebrate your steps, every step of the way, no matter how small they are. Celebrate it because it's worthy of being praised, okay? So that's all I have, and make sure if you like this video, go ahead and share it out to your friends, save it, come back to it as often as you need, and I'll see you next time.